Welcome everyone to Ultimate Gamer Podcast. This is episode 56, and I sound like crazy because I got my braces in again. Yay. So we're joined with Andy,
Bitch.
who is very pissed off at the moment, and we're joined with Kevin!
Hey everyone.
Alright, so this is a special episode for many reasons. One, we're going to discuss a little bit about E3.
Kevin, because you are in bitch mode today, you're gonna hold the phone.
Oh, well, excuse me, princess.
Hey, fuck you. Okay, so basically, we're going to not talk about E3 this second. We're going to talk about something that we just endured that...
No, I endured, he laughed at, and Kevin is orgasmic about. But it's been 5 fucking hours, so go on.
Explain why you waited 5 hours for something so special.
I waited 5 hours in line to play Super Smash Brothers.
For...
And it was... For the Wii U.
No.
What?
For...
5 hours?
No, for 2 fucking minutes.
2 minutes of Smash
2
Brothers.
fucking minutes. He
5
waited
hours.
5 hours.
Okay. So fucking worth it.
Oh my
so damn worth it.
Says
Oh my
the
god.
guy who didn't have to wait the fuck around for 5 hours.
You guys could have just left and then come back.
Oh, and your cell phone's dead.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So you expected us, don't mind me, because I actually did want to punch you in the face repeatedly. But you expected us to still, being your friends, leave you with no communication and no way home.
I have there's a payphone over there, so I would have used that.
Oh god.
Next time, you know what? We actually were. He said that, and I was the first one to say, no, we can't leave Kevin here. Next time, your ass, you're on your own.
Okay. So, besides the point that we all want to murder Kevin in many very ways, yeah, so we're going to discuss E3. We're going to do it in order based on
Wait. Before that, Kevin, being the Nintendo fanboy of the group, tell us.
Tell us, was it worth it, and who did you play as?
Yes, of course I played as my old
Mega
faithful.
Man.
No, I played as my old faithful Link.
Okay.
Okay, huzzah. And it was amazing.
Okay.
Because 2 other people played as Mega Man and 1 person played as Wii Fit Trainer. And what was even more awesome was that one of the Mega Man people actually used the Final Smash. And let me tell you something. When you see a Final Smash of all previous Mega Mans coming together and shooting one giant blaster, that
Was worth 5 hours!
fucking amazing.
Ow, my ears.
Sorry.
It is amazing. Okay, I don't care what these guys say. I thought
That's
it was
pretty
worth
fucking
it.
obvious, that's for sure.
Okay, I mean, this isn't the first time I've waited in line to play a single game.
This is actually the first time I've waited in line ever since I was in fucking middle school.
Okay, no, Andy was the first one to actually, just like, why?
Leave.
I gave you an hour, lest we forget that I was understanding, I came along, I wanted to be, a helpful friend, and hey, it's an experience.
No,
Why
you
the
gave
fuck
him
not?
us more than an hour. You gave us like 2. Around 2 hours in, I was like, fuck this. Because the line only started budging every half hour. So, what happened was, I eventually gave up. Then Andy and I went into the Best Buy while everyone else was waiting in line, and we were able to see what the fuss is about. The reason why it took so fucking long is because Nintendo, in their infinite wisdom, had 1 fucking console in the store with 4 controllers. That was why everyone waited 5 fucking hours. Now, mind you, if they had 2 consoles, he would have only had to wait an hour and a half. 2 hours and a half. If they had 4 consoles, it probably would have been about an hour. But no, 1 console to rule them all. And it wasn't bad enough that we had to wait that. In the 2 hours that I endured, we had to deal with the most special of the bunch. Kids that don't know how to use deodorant.
Okay,
the
now-
most smelly motherfuckers who probably haven't bathed in weeks, and everybody was making me cringe.
Are you sure you aren't talking about yourself?
This is your damn
I
fucking...
smell good.
This is your demographic, okay, so... Just...
Oh god. And then they're like, yeah, people are driving by saying fucking nerds, and everyone's like, we're proud to be nerds. And I'm like, oh god, you guys are the stereotypical nerds. Look, I'm a nerd, that's fine. But oh my god. The stereotypical nerd was this. Everyone waiting in line looked the same. We could not pick Kevin out of the group.
Actually, I am going to have to confer with that, because I tried looking through the group, and I could have sworn that I couldn't fucking find you, because
Then I had a whole
there's
bunch-
an exceptional large amount.
Because everyone's got glasses, everyone's got fucked
Well,
up hair and a goatee.
No, it's not fucked up
I'm
hair.
sorry.
No, I'm sorry. It's just that there was an incredible amount of gingers that fit your description there. And the
Yes.
problem was some of them were wearing your hoodie or others were wearing the t-shirt, and it became kind of like a guess who or finding
Find
Are you sure it's
Waldo.
Are you sure it's because I was against the wall?
No,
and I had
I'm
a whole
No, the
bunch of
first-
people in front of
I'm
me?
dead serious. We were able to spot some of the people that were in front and behind us when we were waiting in line because they were pretty obvious. But you, I was like, where the fuck are you? And we were waiting around. So then, the same thing. We were inside the Best Buy, and there's another line in there where everyone's waiting to play. And we thought we saw like 8 of you. I'm not kidding. 8 Kevins.
That's actually the reason why I came down, because I was worried. I knew your phone wasn't picking up, and if you fucking like, I didn't want to stay here any extra time, so I didn't want to have to fucking go hide and seek trying
So
to find
then
you.
we were heading out of the Best Buy. We're like, where the fuck is Kevin? And sure enough, he's just standing in the front row of the fucking line saying, I'm next, I'm next. I'm like, oh,
I didn't
God.
do that.
No, he didn't.
I didn't do that. Don't exaggerate, John.
So what did we say?
There was some salivation, but no, it wasn't.
no,
to
that.
extent.
I said, what was it? I said, yeah, we just played it. And everyone's face is like, what
Oh,
the
God.
fuck?
I just yelled, don't be a tease, you assholes.
Yeah, that was fun. But, honestly, we probably could have played it because they were not validating shit.
No.
They weren't. You know how he said, oh, we give everybody a coin? Bullshit. We could have...
No, they gave you a coin if you pre-order the game.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is,
You
you
could
could
literally-
have snuck right into the line. No one was watching.
We didn't do it because, well,
We
fuck
have
it.
a soul.
No.
Well, no.
You do. I wanted to avoid attention.
Yeah, but we could have easily. But now, Nintendo, in the future, how about you have like 4 or 5 Wii U's, not just one fucking Wii U and 5 hours of torture. And
No, because then it wouldn't be cost effective. I get it. But a second system would have been better.
Exactly. It will at least cut the line
They
in
had the
half.
spare systems. They had another Wii U right there. I'm just saying. They could have.
Exactly. So it was kind of stupid. Plus, I honestly, look, I understand the game is fun. I understand it is going to be a fun game, but people really get into it. And I'm
Yes.
like, what the hell?
Because it's a fun
They
game.
get into this game more than a stereotypical sports fanatic. I'm not kidding. We were like, everyone's like, yeah, like clapping and stomping their
People in Bernie
feet
were
and
actually talking
everything.
about the tourney scene in New Jersey.
What tourney?
The
Smash Brothers.
tourney.
Oh.
There is a tourney scene.
Honestly, I'm not into that kind of stuff, but
Me
I thought it was
neither.
interesting.
They do a lot of it. Like sometimes.
Okay,
there's
so
money
verdict,
involved.
when you're playing it, like what were your thoughts for the 2 minutes that you were playing?
Well, gameplay very well. It plays
Is it
very
similar?
smooth.
Very similar to Brawl?
Oh yeah. No,
Hey,
no,
guys,
no.
what about the menu sound?
No, it's what?
Oh God, no!
What about the menu sound?
Oh
God, not that
no,
guy.
no,
No, don't bring up that guy.
No. Okay, look, I mean,
No.
Just
let
let it go. Let it go.
I just had to bring it up though.
not only that, just the things that everyone was talking about. God,
You could definitely tell it ran at 60 frames a second.
yay!
You could definitely tell.
Look, the
It
point
looked
of it is-
gorgeous.
Okay, yes, it looks
know.
great. It looks fantastic.
It looks amazing.
But did you have to wait 5 hours for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
You
would
heard
have
it
been,
first,
it would have
folks.
been better
He's your
if I had
Nintendo
friends
fan.
who were actually enthusiastic about it. But
Oh no, we're
God
enthusiastic. We're just not stupid.
I'm sorry, but I was your friend and enthusiastic within the first 15 minutes. On the first hour, I was your friend. After that, I was the guy that was most likely going to be a prime suspect to your murder.
Yeah. Look, we don't blame you for wanting this.
I do.
No, I'm just saying is that there comes a point.
That is my human right to blame people.
No, there comes a point where it's a little ridiculous. I'm sorry, for 2 fucking minutes, waiting 5 hours.
It's a shame, though.
I would
They could have
never
done
do that.
they could have done it so much better, and I would have been
Yeah,
excited
and I
to
blame
try it, too.
Nintendo for this. I don't blame you, Kevin. I don't
do.
blame Well, I probably do blame Best Buy. But the point of it is that they didn't have enough of these, and there was other people online saying that this is like one of 3 in the New York tri-state area. No shit, that's why there's a fucking long-ass line. If they had more, if like every Best Buy had this, that would have been excellent. Because there's like 5 Best Buys in Paramus. So, let's talk about E3. I really want to talk about E3. I want to hear your guys' opinions. We're going to start off with Microsoft, then we'll do Sony, and then we'll talk about Nintendo afterwards. We won't really brush on EA or Ubisoft. I never watched their press conferences.
That's a shame because it wasn't that bad this year.
Well, we'll have you talk about those then. So we'll start off with Microsoft. Microsoft always likes to go first. It's just...
Like Mario.
Yes. So with Microsoft, now I have an Xbox One. I'm the only one in this group right now who has an Xbox One.
Yep.
I saw one reason and one reason only to keep my Xbox One, and that was Sunset Overdrive.
That was pretty fun.
It was awesome looking.
Actually, yeah.
It really is. It's a fresh idea, and it's very like not cartoony, but like when you have a mushroom cloud explosion, it says "boom" in it. Like
the introduction with the fourth wall breaking of cover mechanic and you and your crate are safe.
That was funny.
There were only two games.
The humor is definitely there.
There were only two games shown at the press conference that actually got me interested in buying an Xbox One.
And that is
Sunset Overdrive and the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to jump in and say, unfortunately, I have to admit that because of the Master Chief Collection, for a second,
he had a glimmer of
humored the idea of buying an Xbox One. For a second.
Look, the only game I have is Forza 5 for the damn thing, and I mean, Sunset Overdrive is the only other game I'm looking forward to. Halo, I mean, look, I have the other ones, I played the other ones, I mean, I don't need it again.
The only reason is because in my youth, I was a fan of Halo 2, and Halo 2 multiplayer, you guys remember.
I know, Halo 2 is still my favorite.
Kick-ass, and the fact that they're bringing it back unadulterated.
And you can switch between the new like refreshed textures or the original. I think that's pretty cool. But other than that, Microsoft's press conference, the biggest complaint I had with it was they just drag it on with so many fucking multiplats, and at the end of every multiplat, we get exclusive content first. We get everything first because we're so fucking awesome. Look, I mean, sorry, Microsoft. It's not, you know, the first few E3s that you said that, you know, it was cute, but at this point, no.
Every game had that at the bottom where this little thing would pop up and say, exclusive DLC, only on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing that Sony did, but we'll get to that.
But the thing is that they didn't really show off much exclusives, and that's the problem. It's like they had Project Spark, which was bullshit, the end.
The game idea itself is interesting, but the ending pissed me off.
Yeah, it was a fucking middle finger to everybody.
Conquer, we all love Conquer. Yeah. And what do you get? You don't get a game. You get Spark.
You get Project Spark with Conquer sawing the logo in half and then saying, well, I haven't made it, no one's made a game about me in 10 years. And then it says, you can make your own Conquer game if you want. Ooh. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, most likely.
How about you put your Rare team to work and stop making these fucking Kinect games?
And most likely, it's going to be DLC.
Of
course.
The
Conquer DLC.
Yeah. Whatever. My Project Spark, I honestly could give two shits about. I have it installed. The little beta thing is installed on the Xbox One. Have I ever launched the damn thing? Nope. Same thing with Titanfall. I downloaded it. I installed it. I didn't play it until like the day before they shut down the beta servers. And I played maybe 2 rounds. I was like, I really don't see why people like this. So yeah, my Xbox One is just a very big, bulky paperweight right now. I like Forza 5.
It's a good thing you didn't pay anything for it.
Exactly. I'm glad I won the damn thing. Now let's move on to Sony. I mean, I know Microsoft's brief. It's just, You know, they just need more exclusives, more reasons. Like, they should have showed off a Gears of War at least. You know, so Sony.
There's one thing that I got to throw in there. The fact that the exclusives are supposedly the things that draw people to games. You're saying that Gears of War, and even though I was interested in Halo, these games are reiterations, mind you. What is to be expected that's going to make them so great at this point?
Exactly. And the other thing is that one of the big new IPs you showed us last year. Yeah, you finally showed us gameplay footage, which is great.
I don't know.
But I mean, the problem is that, you know, you're not showing off much
Microsoft
new.
always going first is both a good and bad thing for them because
it sets the bar pretty low.
And the fact is that after all that, there was no aha moment. There was no holy crap. The Conquer moment, which was supposed to be the holy crap, was more like like you said,
a big middle finger. Exactly. I mean, I'm looking forward to the one day where, like, Microsoft is sitting on so many like IPs that they're just doing nothing with. And it's really a shame. You know, Rare was one amazing ass team, but they've just fallen apart, and all they're utilized for is stupid shit.
Like Sega, too much cocaine.
uh,
Gotta go fast.
yeah, right. So it's Sony. Oh no, the other issue with Microsoft, right?
But
Most of the multi-plats that they showed off are available on the Xbox 360. So at the end of the day, you're a console gamer, you're a Jew, you refuse to spend money.
Oh, hey now.
So no,
Dude,
but
cut
no,
the
but look at it this
anti-Semitism.
way. It's not an insult. It's just right. If the whole point of console gaming is cheap, so why would you buy brand new hardware if you can just play the same game on your current hardware? You know what I mean? So if for me, if I was strictly a console gamer, and I didn't feel like dropping $400 or $500, last year on an Xbox One, all the multiplats are available on the previous gen. I mean, we didn't have this big problem when the Xbox 360 came out. They pretty much killed support for the Xbox like really quick. But, they quickly started releasing a lot of exclusives. A lot of things that were only on the Xbox 360. Here, there really isn't much at all. Demos, there's only 7 demos in the store right now. And they're the same 7 demos that were there when the console, launched. They're not really doing much. Sony is doing the same thing. But there's not much exclusives. And all the multi-plats, you can get them on the previous gen. So would I rather spend $400 plus $60 or just spend $60? You know what I mean? All you're getting, yes, you're getting better graphics. You're getting smoother gameplay. But at the end of the day, it's like to the average gamer, would they want to just buy new hardware? Now me, I'm a techno nut, so I like new hardware. It's just my thing. But, if I was, a gamer on a budget, I would never buy a new console. I would just keep on, and be like, oh, there's a new Tomb Raider coming out next year? Well, I'm going to be able to get it on my PlayStation 3, or I'm going to be able to get it on my Xbox 360. But that's just the thing there. Is that Microsoft's not giving many reasons for someone to drop $400 or $500 on the new console. And it's the same problem that Sony is quickly getting themselves into. You said it yourself, Kevin. Many times you said that I don't see why I own a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I think it was hype.
Honestly, I kind of do regret buying it too early. Because one of the games I'm very, very much interested in playing, The Order 1886, isn't coming out until next year.
that's true. And that was an interesting game.
It was awesome finally seeing some,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's doctored gameplay footage. I think it is.
Yeah, but it sucks that there's really no major games coming out for the PS4 or the Xbox One this year.
Exactly. Well, that was the issue with Sony's press conference.
First, we had Nintendo having the Nintendo has no game syndrome with the Wii U.
Yeah.
And now we're having the rest of the market having the has no game syndrome.
And the thing is, it's eating into the PS4 sales.
Oh yeah, their sales have slowed down rapidly.
Oh, definitely.
I actually now I can go into stores and I find them now. The consoles are there. It wasn't the case before. I mean, they had really good momentum, but then I think people are realizing, they're like, okay, wait a second. All these big top games, Knack, Killzone Shadowfall, all these games got pretty mediocre scores. Knack was a pile of shit.
Even the so-called big game, Infamous Second Son,
was mediocre.
Mediocre as shit. It's just...
And this is coming from the one wearing the Delson beanie right now.
That's
okay?
true.
So
He's gone full hipster, ladies and gentlemen.
thank you.
So he's gonna get thick rim glasses and a earplug thing.
Oh God.
No.
He's gonna sit in
Someone help
Starbucks
us.
ordering the most obscure coffee of all time.
God. And now I'm going to move to Seattle. There you go.
Then he's gonna kill himself.
Oh, God. But I got to do it in the most hipster way. So,
You have to be the first to do it.
yeah, I know, right? Sony, same issue as Microsoft. Actually, I think Sony did worse than Microsoft this year, which is pretty odd.
Yeah.
Sony, the biggest issue is they focus so much on multi-platform games. And that's something you should not do. EA has their own press conference. Ubisoft has their own. I don't think Sony or Microsoft should spend as much time as they did on these demos. I mean, we had to watch a fucking Assassin's Creed video
And then
on a
there was
Sony press
And then there was the
conference.
Batman video.
Then the Batman video.
Okay.
I mean, these are things that were shown off
Oh.
like right before it.
Another one, and I just remembered, and it's quite funny that I completely forgot about it. Little Big Planet 3.
Little Big Planet 3 was so painful to watch.
Yeah.
Like when
Okay.
they were fucking up the demo, like when they were like, "Oh, I fell, oopsies,"
Okay.
and then like you wanted to just wrap a fucking phone cord around their neck.
Can these companies please cut down these game demos? I understand you want to show us gameplay, but show us in the trailer.
No, I
Like,
do
don't-
want gameplay.
Yeah, but
However,
it gets annoying when, like, I'm watching the Microsoft press conference, and there was like a 5-minute gameplay demo
yes,
of like Call of Duty. And I'm like,
it's the
is
same game.
I had because I was at work during the Microsoft press conference. I had to watch it later, and I just kept skipping through that.
Lucky you, I didn't have that luxury.
But I just kept skipping through it. Like, I'm like, I don't want to watch this. Okay, this game's coming out. Just show me a trailer and move on to the next thing. Okay.
Yep.
Ugh.
So now with Sony,
Oh yeah. You continue.
we're saying with they showed off the Order 1882 or whatever the fuck its number it is. Now that I finally see some gameplay footage, I'm actually interested. I was not interested in that fucking trailer they showed off last year where they're all in like fog and stuff. To me, like, I'm like, okay, I don't give a fuck. Show me gameplay. They show me gameplay. It feels like it's a crossbreed between Resident Evil, and I think it's going to be a better Resident Evil than Resident Evil. But it seems really interesting. I like that, where that werewolf thing was like chasing you down. It was really cool looking. I mean, there was a lot of run, bitch, run moments, but it was really cool. But with Sony, like, the problem is they didn't show off anything from Quantic Dreams. Remember that demo they showed off last year? They showed off the one where that, like, smack-talking goblin and the whatever the fuck that guy is. What was it supposed to be called, the game?
Oh,
Sorry?
yeah, I forgot. It's from Quantic Dream.
It's like Sorcerer's something.
Yeah.
I forget exactly what it was. See,
That was another
it's not
thing.
even memorable.
That was
Something like
another
this.
thing. David Cage did not make one appearance at
Emotions.
this E3.
Emotions.
Emotions.
I'm gonna take diamonds.
I'm going to partake in a revolutionary surgery where they take teeny tiny diamonds and they stick it under my skin. So I have polygons and be the perfect human life form.
God, I just want to punch you in the face every time.
I like this. But yeah, it was actually, you know what? I think Sony got an A+ because there was no David Cage. But at the same token, they didn't really show off anything.
Oh, they showed
new.
off the Last of Us, the definitive money grab.
Oh God, we will dedicate an episode strictly to that because that is a trend that is really getting annoying. Where they're just re-releasing the same fucking game because they showed off Grand Theft Auto 5 and I was pissed. I'm like, this game should never have been released on PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. I put the controller down after the first heist mission on the PlayStation 3 version because it runs so shitty. The draw distance is crap. The frame rates are crap. I miss a lot of turns when I'm driving because there's a delay from when you input stuff on the controller and when it's happening on screen. The game is shit. Should never have been released on the PlayStation 3 or 360.
You know what they did? They most likely developed the game on like the for the PS4 and the Xbox One, and then but before releasing it on those, they decided to dumb down the graphics settings and release it on the PS3 and the 360.
If you switch
probably what it
PS4
is.
and Xbox One for PC, then that actually makes sense.
Well, it is true. Every game is developed pretty much on a PC.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. They
But
developed
I
it.
can't
It was
wait to
developed
play
for
it.
PC, PS4, Xbox One, and then they dumbed down the graphics
Well, then here's
and
a
released it on
question
the
for you,
360
Kevin.
PS.
What version of the game am I going to buy?
PC.
Exactly.
Same
Hoorah.
here. I'm buying the same version.
And this is our Nintendo fanboy here, so...
Well, he has a GTX 680. You better put it to use.
Of course.
Shit.
And here's the thing. You know who also did the same thing with that?
Who?
Beyond Two Souls. This thing was developed for the PS.
You shut your whore mouth. I hate this game. Can we not talk about
Well,
it?
no,
No, I'm
what
just
we're
saying.
saying
The
is-
game was developed with their
Yeah.
next-gen engine that runs on the PS4, and then what they did is they dumbed down the graphics settings and ported it to the PS3.
That's the biggest problem right now is all these fucking re-releases. I mean,
And they're
yeah, they
gonna do-
had
you-
a few
you
of them
know they're
last
gonna do
gen,
that
but they're
beyond.
doing. But the problem that I have with it now, and I didn't want to dive too much into it, but obviously we've seen so many re-releases for this year, is that like last generation they made it worthwhile. They took some great PS2 classics, cleaned up the textures, made it 720p with 60 frames a second, but gave you a bundle. So you would buy it for $30. You would get 3 Ratchet and Clanks on one disc.
Or
To
you
me,
get the first 2 God of Wars.
well, there was only 2 God of Wars at the time. But I mean, things like that, or Jack and Daxter collection, like you got your bang for your buck because you got great games that were classics that were cleaned up a bit, and you got them for cheap. But no, what they're doing now is they're taking a game that was released not like a year ago, re-releasing it for the next gen console, and calling it a remastered or something like this. Like it's not like you bought a DVD and now they're just selling you the Blu-ray. Like it's completely fucked up the way they're doing it because they're charging a $60 price point. I'm sorry, these games are not worth $60 anymore. I think it's really fucked up when they do this. Like to me, as I said, look, yeah, they're in the market to make money. You can't blame them for wanting to make more monies because money is power. It's awesome. But the biggest problem is just how they're doing it is fucked up. It's just charging a $60 price point is really like a pie to the face. It's just, to me, it's like, okay, so
Filled with spiders.
yeah, but the problem is what they're trying to do. They're trying to create a market where they're going to take all the games that were released in the past few years, re-release them for 60 fucking bucks. So they're double dipping for the same fucking game. When honestly,
And if we all watch
there is,
Seinfeld, you don't double dip.
and that's the thing. It's just these games didn't cost much to remaster. And they're I'm going to put air quotes on that because it's not really remastering. To me, it's the same fucking game. It's the same textures. They didn't just whip out a brand new stencil and redraw the textures from scratch. These textures were already there. All they did was they finally put it on a platform that's powerful enough to utilize what's already there. The information was always there. It's like a movie. A movie is filmed in such a high quality that only now with Blu-ray are we even getting remotely close to seeing all the detail that is in a film reel. I mean, we're still far away from it. Most movies these days are actually rescanned at 4K. And we don't even have like 4K has even flooded the market yet. So you can imagine, if you think Blu-ray looks good, 4K is going to blow your socks off. But the problem is with these games is like, you can't tell me The Last of Us was not at all considered for the PlayStation 4. To me, they're selling a game for $60, they're making a boatload of cash, and then they're doing minimal work, and then I'm pretty sure they were developed side by side too. So it was the same fucking budget that was there. And now they're just releasing it on the PlayStation 4, calling it the remastered edition, charging another $60. So you have some asshole that bought it for $60 like me, and then they're expecting the same asshole, which is not me anymore, to pay another $60 for the same fucking game with slightly better textures. To me, that's why I multi-platform game on PC. To me, it's like, okay, you're going to pull that shit. Well, if I want to buy Need for Speed, the Rivals, it's better on the PC. It looks better. It plays better. So what is this shit? That's not remastered. It's really stupid. I just think, and I think it's just another trend of just,
And it's a trend that's so insidious, even Capcom had to make fun of it while it was doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It's the Ultra Super EX Limited.
Deluxe, Alpha,
something.
something.
Yeah, like it came up with the most bizarre fucking name, but it was funny.
And all it is just Dead Rising 3 full of fan service. That's all it was.
Yep.
Yup.
Now, I'm going to
God.
quickly just jump into EA and Ubisoft because I'm guessing you two didn't see it. I
Mm,
probably
Oh,
already
I
know.
wanted to
I
add
was
one-
sleeping
I also
throughout
wanted
that
to add one more thing to Sony, and that was it was annoying the fact that they stopped talking about video games, had the new head of Sony Computer Entertainment America, whatever,
Oh, God.
come out and talk about movies and TV.
No,
Something we were making
Vita TV.
Vita TV. Something we were making fun of for Microsoft doing last year.
TV.
Okay.
TV.
And
TV,
the fact
TV,
that they
TV.
didn't even announce any
TV.
exclusive games for the Vita.
Sports.
At this point, they're basically treating the Vita as an extra controller.
Jeez.
That's it.
Oh
Now-
but then it wasn't bad enough. They don't announce any fucking games for the Vita.
No.
But then
That's what I
they
just
go.
said, no
Then they.
exclusives.
But then they say, no, it wasn't even the lack of exclusive. They didn't announce a single fucking game for the Vita. And then what they do is they say Vita is very much part of our future. Bullshit.
If it's part of your future, then where's your games?
Exactly.
Now, there is one plus side to Sony that I did see, which was No Man's Sky.
That game actually looks really good.
Now, the thing is that originally that game was supposed to be a PC exclusive, but hell, fuck it, let's see what happens on the PS4. That, originally, fucking incredible. That blew my mind the first time I saw it, like about a year ago. And it's great that we saw it at E3 simply because of the fact that the group that was involved with the setup creation and all this were flooded about 6 months ago and they lost almost everything. So the fact that they were still able to make it to E3 shows that, you know, that may be the silver lining in all this clap and shoot.
No, it would definitely look like a very interesting game. I love the fact that you can just go from planet to planet and there was like no delay.
The original like idea behind this is that the entire universe, well, not the universe, the entire galaxy that they're generating is procedurally generated, and it's one map shared by all the players who go onto it. And if you discover something or find something before anyone else, it's marked as yours.
That's
Really?
cool.
If you saw in the demo,
Oh yeah.
discovered by, that's actually the premise for their game, is that this is a constantly active and living environment that isn't all fully discovered.
So players go out and they discover the galaxy.
So if you're one of
themselves.
those players that likes to play for hours on end, you're going to eventually find something that other people haven't found, and you're going to claim it as your own. And it sounds silly, but trust me, in games like DayZ, in other games where there's this aspect of there is no overlord, there's basically just what you find. The whole idea of finding something for yourself kind of has its own weird, like EVE Online and stuff like this also does it because there are certain parts of space that you can't get to unless you know what the hell you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Anyway. That's my take on that. That's the one game that actually did have me interested in the PS4.
No,
first.
there's another one.
Which one?
Grim Fandango.
Oh, that's
yes.
right. That unfortunately did draw me back. They are remastering Grim Fandango
But
with
here's the thing:
Double
is it
Fine.
going to be a
Double Fine?
Is it going to be a PS4 exclusive?
If
or
it
is it gonna
is,
be on
his
PC?
ass is going to have a PS4. will.
I'm not going to admit to it, but maybe. I'm sorry, but Grim Fandango, that's part of my childhood right there.
I know. I love like people are like, what's Grim
I
Fandango?
still
You-
haven't played it. I've heard
Mhm.
about it. I've heard really good things about it, but I've never played it.
As a game historian, you need to play it.
I know.
To understand the awesomeness that is Double Fine, to understand, just play it. It's also going to give you a very skewed philosophy towards life.
Well, I love Tim Schafer games in general.
Yeah, Schaefer is the
I love
man.
how people drive without their headlights on.
No, that's how the cool kids do it. EA. The only
Okay.
thing I took away from EA is that. Well, I actually didn't take. No, wait. There is one thing. What's that? Oh my God! I can't believe I forgot the name of the game.
Battlefield Hardline?
No, fuck that. No, I'm sorry. Battlefield. We just saw that is basically copy paste any Battlefield game, only with cops and robbers now. Because yes, I have never seen a more complicated heist for one bag of money. Okay, there were helicopters, there were like fucking things blowing up and destroying buildings. There was like, I'm sorry, I
At
get
the
it.
end of the day, your profit's $1.
Basically. But, anyway, what is it? Mirror's Edge. Everyone thought it was dead. I know, people laugh, don't think it's... I love the game. And I love what they're doing with it now. They're doing like a reimagining. I guess it's either a prequel, sequel, whatever. I
So
don't know.
wait, it's not near Mirror's Edge 2? It's
No, they
just-
didn't explicitly state it as Mirror's Edge 2. They just
Mirror's
Mirror's Edge. And the art design that they showed and such kind of shows that they're taking like a more mature approach to it. So, hey, that might be a good thing.
Okay.
Ubisoft. Well, I'm sorry, but whenever you say Ubisoft surrounded by a bunch of gamers, you're going to get a couple of chuckles.
Ha ha ha, so funny.
Yeah, no. One thing I am interested in is The Division. Now, we all saw The Division gameplay before, and
Yeah, that game looks really interesting. It looks really good.
the one saving grace for The Division is that it's also PC along with it. It's multi-platform, and let's face it, the PC version is always going to be better. And for my fans out there that hate that I always say that in every episode, it's because it's true. Your tears are delicious. What is it? On top of that, Ubisoft, I think, is the only conference out of the ones that I've seen that had the aha moment, and that aha moment was right at the end. Rainbow Six Vegas, not Rainbow Six Vegas, a new Rainbow Six. For those of you who don't know what Rainbow Six, it's a tactical
Wait,
third
there's
and
a new
first.
Rainbow Six?
Yes, it's not Patriots.
Okay.
It's clearly not Patriots, but this one is. Oh my God. Either you link the video or I will link it in one of my comments.
I'll have to look it up.
Holy crap. They unfortunately do the same thing that they did with Division, where they do the audio of a play group.
Yeah.
And it feels fake. But the game itself, it's a hostage situation in a small house. And you have the set of gamers. They start up. One group is the terrorists that are holding a hostage. The other group is the SWAT team that's sort of trying to take the hostage back. There's this incredible dynamic of being able to blow up walls, blow up roofs or ceilings, having the sniper herself, in this case, go across the street to another house and then shoot out from the windows. It is just delicious because it's that level of tactical gameplay that you got from Rainbow Six Vegas and Vegas 2 that just made you love Terrorist Hunt or made you love whenever you had to go like 4v4 and such. But it's awesome, kick-ass, righteous, and for PC. So, that's...
I will say this. There was one Ubisoft game I'm actually very much interested in.
Please don't tell me it's the dance one that they had like 15-minute presentation for a fucking dance thing.
No,
Jeez.
it was The Crew.
Yes!
Crew actually looks really good.
I'm not a car guy,
No.
nor am I a car gamer, but that shit looks interesting.
I know, right?
Being able to
Basically-
literally ride across America? Road trip. Oh, and multiplayer road trip.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That one actually looks really interesting, definitely.
But that's really about it. I mean, besides the aha moment, you're not seeing anything that you haven't seen before. You're being given glimpses of stuff that you already knew. And that's about it.
I will say this, since we're on the subject of third-party press conferences, it is kind of a shame that Konami didn't have one this year. Because they're
nope.
always so bad that they're funny.
I think they finally accepted the fact. That's why they don't want to do one.
I'm surprised
What was-
Capcom didn't announce the next Resident Evil
Has
game.
Capcom ever had a conference? I can't remember.
No, but they
No.
didn't. They never. Oh, they probably do TGS, don't they?
Maybe.
Well, when do they normally announce? But no, they announced at E3 Resident Evil 6, didn't
Don't they have other people announce their games as exclusives or something?
No, because Resident Evil is a multiplat.
Well,
I'm trying to remember because.
I can't remember a time that Capcom did something like that.
All right, whatever.
No, don't worry. The fans will find out.
Since Nintendo, what's his face is our resident Nintendo nerd who sits 5 fucking hours in line to play a game for 2 minutes.
It was worth it.
It is entirely.
so worth
the
it.
floor is all yours. You may discuss Nintendo how you please.
Okay. So yes, Nintendo had their Direct, and it was
Direct shit to you.
honestly, it was probably the best of the major three.
How am I not surprised?
That's like the smartest.
No, but
bet.
even you admitted it was the best.
No, don't get me wrong. Microsoft and Sony dropped the fucking ball this year.
Winning the gold in the Special Olympics doesn't take away the fact that you're still retarded.
Either way, it was pretty awesome. I don't care what you guys say.
No.
Okay,
Don't get me wrong. It is the better Nintendo. It's not
Is
even a
your
press
body ready?
conference. It is no, but I'm just trying to say it is the better one in the past few years. It is probably one of the best ones they've had in a while. But at the same time, they also fucked up royally the past few E3s. So yes, this is just a glimmer of hope that Nintendo might finally get themselves out of this little hole they dug themselves with the Wii U.
You know what I'm going to find interesting is that in a couple of years, Steam itself is going to have to do press conferences. No,
Okay,
think about it.
PC
Don't you mean
leaves.
Valve?
What we'll do, because
No, Valve owns Steam, I get it, but I mean Steam is going to be considered a platform at this level. In a few years, we're talking about Steam machines or Steam boxes.
it already is. You go into Best Buy and they have fucking Steam gift cards.
Which is funny because it just means that people are too lazy to put in their credit card over there at home, so they come here to buy a
But
ticket.
you can buy it in cash here, though. So maybe if all you have is cash.
If you have cash, you can get a fucking debit card.
Okay, whatever. So continue, Kevin.
So yeah, they made a couple more announcements regarding Smash Brothers. Specifically, you could play as Mii's, and you could play as fuck.
Your
Was there
body
one
is
with
ready.
I'm trying to remember.
Pataluma, whatever the fuck her name
What?
is. Patuna. What is her name?
Splatoon.
No. What's the
What?
fuck is her name? The girl that's in charge of Kid Icarus.
Oh, Palutena.
Palutena.
Palutena. Trying to remember what else.
Macarena. Macarena.
There was Yoshi's Woolly World.
Which was so fucking
Yeah,
cute.
that looks so good.
I know, you never normally hear that, but oh my god, I want it.
What about the other one? You guys were telling me about the squid.
Oh, Splatoon.
Splatoon, I want
Splatoon.
that.
Looks awesome.
Splatoon is
gotta play
that
it.
one game that I want more than any of the other games that they showed off this year.
I haven't even seen it, so I can't.
Okay, we're
I
gonna
don't
show
have
you after the show. We're gonna show you some
I don't have a.
some play footage. It is awesome. I would sit for 5 hours to play Splatoon. For 1 minute.
Oh man.
That's half the time you got to play.
Unfortunately, it's my cynical view. I would have done that for Halo if it was like 10 years ago.
I know you would.
Unfortunately, I have
Him
lost.
trying to squeeze his head into that helmet.
I have lost my childhood wonder. I actually opened it up and took it apart, and I could have made it
With excessive use of duct tape and Velcro.
like any engineer would.
So yeah, Splatoon is fucking awesome. It's like this game where it's like you're just trying to ink everything, and then it's just
No, sure. It's like basically it's a turf war. You're trying to shoot.
Asian turf war.
You're trying to shoot ink all over the place. And
There are so many jokes to be made.
I know. It's like
one
I was
team
like
is
China is this big
each
country. Japan is the little one.
You have like two teams and they're each
South
different
Park.
colors, and the whole goal is to try to. I'm trying to say
Orgasm all over the wall.
Yes,
basically.
you're trying to just
Pretty much. I'm trying to say this without
splooge your
sounding
DNA
sexual
juice
because of these two-
everywhere.
Because of these two perverts, I'm trying to say it without coming off
You
sexual.
can't. And phrasing.
They're just trying to spray their
Okay,
DNA juice.
You remember that rap song, Skeet, 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 Skeet?
Yes.
Basically, that game is that song.
No, but the game is awesome.
To the
because
window, to the wall.
Yes. Till the sweat drip down the walls, okay? The thing is that it's pretty cool. The idea, it just seems very basic of an idea, but it has a lot of depth.
It is the
to
oldest idea known to man.
Okay, so the point of it is that you're
Oh,
squid
God.
people. You have two teams on opposite sides of a map. And
Is it like Octodad? Because I love Octodad.
No. What you do is you have like little water gun things, but they're filled with ink. So it can be orange on one team, blue on the other, purple on another. It's always one team versus the other. And what you do is you just spray the ink everywhere. And I mean, just for the fun of it, just ink everywhere.
Yes,
And the
yes,
point
I'm
of the
5
game-
years old.
Okay, the point of it, well, no, I'm gonna keep on going. So, if you want to
Phrasing.
reload your gun, you turn into a squid, and when you turn into a squid, you go into your ink. So you're basically swimming in your own entrails, and you reload your gun. Your water gun thing reloads with the ink as you're swimming, but you also move faster, and no one can see you. So there's another element there where you can do a little stealthing. Now, the enemy can shoot you. If they squirt enough on you, you die, and then you
Phrasing.
respawn. But you could hide in your own ink. So if you sprayed ink on a wall, you can hide there. The enemy
Phrasing.
may not see you, walk past you. You could hop out of your ink and then ink him in the rear.
Phrasing.
So then you could also explode to your teammates.
Phrasing.
You sick
So
bastard.
if you respawn and you know your team is on your side, you can go into your own ink, explode,
Phrasing.
and fly across the field.
Phrasing.
And then you can go and like meet up everything. So at the end of the day, to win the match, there's a timer, and you have to have most of your splooge everywhere.
Phrasing.
So the team with the most splooge wins.
No, that one's pretty clear, yeah.
But it is so fucking cool. It's colorful. The graphics look really cool. It's such an interesting idea. It's something that's out of the blue, and it's so cool looking, though. It's an interesting idea. It reminds me of the good old days when you used to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. One of the ones was like called like graffiti, and what you would do is you would have different pieces of the map. So you would like grind a certain thing, and based on the points you had, it would be sprayed either red or blue. And you know the other team would have to like do a more intense trick on that piece to win it back. And then the winner with the person with the most graffitied would win, and that's the basic concept of how Splatoon is. But I hope Splatoon isn't a $60 game because it didn't look like it would ever be a $60 game.
You're good.
I know, no, but Splatoon is awesome. I know we just like dived right into there, you know, but
I think we pretty much covered
it's
everything.
fucking awesome. No, we didn't.
What?
Zelda.
Oh, yes.
I'll leave you guys to gasm about that because
Zelda.
I haven't seen it.
As I said, it's if the Legend of Zelda design team had butt sex with Skyrim design team.
And they
Nova
formed
King,
a
Nova
baby.
Yes, but this is so awesome, and I love the subtlety of when they were announcing it. They're like, "This is the new Zelda," and you just see behind is like this giant landscape, and you see Link on top of a horse.
You see mountains in the distance,
yes.
and Enuma
He's
is like,
yeah,
you
he's
see
like,
those mountains back?
So
you
what
can
you're
get
saying-
to those mountains.
So what you're saying is that Nintendo has officially started making video games?
oh god.
Oh, come on, dude.
So the thing was, it was so awesome because he's like, basically, this looks all peaceful, but monsters can just show up whenever. And he just does this thing, and the explosion goes out of nowhere in the distance. And this giant fucking thing that looked like a crab with like spider legs with like a laser eye, just all of a sudden just starts zooming towards Link. Link just fucking books it and it's running away, and like it's shooting fucking lasers at you. And then all of a sudden you get to this bridge.
Fucking laser
The
beams.
fucking
on the
laser
heads.
beams. You go to this bridge, and then it just slams the bridge and breaks it in front of you, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
then
Link, God,
And then Link jumps, and he grabs his bow, and all of a sudden the arrow it transforms, and it just...
it's like
It's like-
all of a sudden they discovered technology.
they actually
You're
put
saying that
technology into Zelda. And then he just fires it.
It's like if all of
Yeah.
a sudden Link is Master Chief.
Are you still using arrows though? And a horse?
Oh, of course.
Well, it's a crossbreed.
I mean, that's okay. I mean, I get it. Nintendo's finally making video games. Yay.
But let me just say, the
Oh,
art
and you
style,
elitist.
it's the first time where I'm
Damn
actually
right.
happy about the art style. The art style is like a crossbreed between Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword.
And a final call, since, you pointed it out. You keep calling me an elitist and everyone calls me... The reason I'm an elitist, in the information age, ignorance is a choice. If you choose to not want to learn something, you choose to be ignorant. And so if you're ignorant, you will get treated like an ignoramus. So, fuck you.
Says the guy who doesn't have a single current-gen console.
The PC Nazi.
Damn right.
Just remember, my
Where are the consoles?
fingerprints.
We shall have order!
Shit. Whatever. So the Zelda thing, the art style is really nice looking. I mean, the thing, though, my only complaint was that the stream I'm watching wasn't the clearest, but what I was able to see.
That was
really
a downside because I was watching. You got me the
Yeah.
link to IGN, which is the only
Much
one,
better.
brilliant. I mean, it was high def. It was beautiful. But what was the other one from Spike TV? I
Game
think?
trailers.
Game Trailers was working with Spike TV. in
Oh,
order to
it's
provide
their
coverage.
fucking player. They use
God.
variable bit rates. It's fucking stupid.
For the Sony press conference, I tried watching on Twitch, and it kept going out.
That's
Yeah.
'cause you have
The only
cable
way
vision.
I could watch... Shut up. I wasn't the only one who was
no,
having
it's-
problems.
I know.
Okay. And so I had to go and use the Spike TV stream, which was shit.
Yeah, that was pretty
It
fun.
Or you
was
could
shit.
just turn on Spike TV on your television.
For the
Which would've been
Nintendo,
shit.
for the Nintendo one, I just put it on YouTube.
Well, that's what everybody watched is the YouTube stream, which was still shit. It's
It's
still
a shame.
The problem is the bit rates are just horrible.
And our infrastructure isn't there yet. So.
Oh no, mine was. I had enough bandwidth, and I had Comcast. Oh god, I feel nauseous.
Ladies and
every time I think
gentlemen,
about 'em.
we're sending very, very hot stares of hatred towards Jack right now.
Yes.
Because I don't got my FiOS.
Cry about it.
I will. I have withdrawal symptoms here when I only got 5 fucking up. I'm used to having 85 down, 45 up. Now I have
Yeah.
25 down and 5 up.
Welcome.
Fuck
to
cable
hell.
Comcast. Fuck monopolies.
Oh, is that really such a bad thing? Oh, I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, Andy is making a reference to the episode in South Park where they had the cable company. We're just your lonely cable company. Oh, you're going to have to sit between the hours of 1 and 4. And then if we
Oh.
actually do show up,
That's such a bummer.
yeah. When the
Oh, man.
planets align, we'll show up at your door.
Oh, God. Wait,
Yeah.
people would be bummed out if we didn't package channels?
Yes. Oh, we have to sell it as a separate package.
Because here at your local cable company, the customer is our bitch.
Yes. I'm so sorry you're having a problem today.
Another thing I did notice, nobody focused on hardware, so we got no information on the Morpheus. Unless there
We
was something-
kinda. I mean,
They mentioned Morpheus.
they
but-
They only
mentioned
mentioned
it,
it,
but they didn't tell
I
anything
didn't
into
see any
it.
specs. I didn't see any like soon-to-be dates or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I guess is that everyone's focusing on software this year, so maybe that's it.
Yeah,
maybe
but
from the
no,
show
no, no.
floor,
They're
we'll
all
get-
focusing on multiplats. That's not my problem. Is that what the fuck's the point? I got a PC gaming rig. Or any game that I remotely want that's available on PC, I'm going to get the PC version. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm the
probably.
odd one out, but I just don't like
No. For example, GTA 5.
PC.
We're actually 16-bit and myself. We're gonna get it for PC the moment it comes out.
Everyone in this car
Yeah.
is getting it on PC.
The hell yeah.
Yep. Pirated, but that's besides the
No,
point.
I'm actually gonna buy it.
I'm not because
Speaking
I
of-
already paid for it.
Speaking of GTA,
I bought a butched version on the PS3 that doesn't even run.
It's for Watch Dogs. I actually have 2 videos coming out for Watch Dogs on Kaiju Platypus, so I'm gonna plug them here because I'm an ass.
Shameless plug.
You're gonna butt plug them here?
Oh, God.
Kinky. But no, it's there's a huge story that happened with the release of an NVIDIA driver when Watch Dogs came out. That's a whole story in itself, and another one is the actual review for Watch Dogs. But beyond that, anyone else have anything to add?
All I know is we nerdgasmed. We were hyped up, but we were let down.
Yeah, it was kind of a letdown in
I think that's the problem these days. I notice like Black Bond, I know he's out there, he probably watches this podcast. Every year he makes videos talking about how all 3 sucked. Every
Well, that's
year.
also because
everyone
he
does
knows
it.
that fanboys are looking for
No,
that.
but everyone
It's fanboy clickbait. Let's
I
be
know,
honest.
but everyone says that though. Black Bond,
But IGN
the
does the same
Blockbuster
shit.
critic.
IGN is
Everybody.
a bought and paid for prostitute, okay? IGN
Yeah.
isn't going to say shit except what it's told to.
Oh no, that was the most painful thing to watch. Geoff Keighley, hosting
the-
the fucking
God.
Smash. Dude, Geoff Keighley, if you actually gave a fuck about Nintendo, maybe you would give him a little bit better coverage. But instead, no, you got your meaty little paws, jammed up of, fingering the fuck out of Nintendo because they have a popular game that's coming out soon, and you just want all the fucking attention, you horse-seeking bitch.
Wow, good to get that
Whoa.
off your chest.
I don't give a fuck because Geoff Keighley is
What's
a
the
smug
system
piece
down?
of shit. No, I'm serious. Geoff Keighley, I think, is worse than Colin Moriarty. Worse.
Wow.
Wow. That's saying a lot.
Them's fighting words.
I don't give a fuck.
Them's fighting words, my laddie.
I would love to, interview Geoff Keighley.
No, you wouldn't.
Sure I would. So I put him on the spot.
Oh, he'll just treat you the same way he treated Angry Joe.
Fuck Angry Joe.
Oh,
Angry
God.
Joe's a pussy.
I know.
Jesus
I know,
Christ.
Andy.
Can we not make more enemies, please?
Let's make more enemies. You know what? Fuck everybody.
I'm not even the main host of the show, and I already got one gay stalker.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Consider yourself lucky. And we're very
No.
sorry for Kira for being unable to join us. I know she wanted to, but technical difficulties. Mostly on our side.
Oh, and an early heads up, the crew is thinking about, what is it, Kineticon? Or
Kineticon, yes. Kira kind of gave us the idea. So we're probably going to do it.
So if anyone is interested in actually meeting the people behind the voices you love to hate, we will be stopping by Kineticon. Most of us, or probably all of us. It's all up in the air right now.
Exactly. So you'll be able to meet all 4 of us at Kineticon.
Also, late in the year,
It
we're also
sounds like
gonna
an
do. Well, later on in the year, we're also going to do New York City Comic Con.
Oh yeah,
as well.
New York City Comic Con,
But
we
New
will
York,
be there.
I've gone there the past so many years, but I didn't go last year because I was like, fuck that. But what do you call it? Kira won't be able to make that one, but she's definitely going to Kineticon, which is kind of why we're going because Whatever.
whipped.
We get dragged into this shit. No, it's actually the closest we finally get to, hang out with her. So whatever. But yeah, so that's the UGP crew signing off.
Platypus, everybody.
Platypus.
Platypus.
Platypus. See?
Shut your face.
Shut up, John.